are saving up for our next trade caravan. That being said, maybe I should spend a bit of money on better armour for my other followers. Because they're all wearing very, very weak gambesons. I'm thinking of doing that because in battles like this, my followers almost always seem to get pulled into these fights. Having them be tougher would be quite useful. Okay, lads, let's go. It's a lot of Sea Raiders. Good. Got him. No, you Bear Skull using the two-hander. See, that's the problem with the two-hander. He just eats a throwing weapon to the face and he's done for. Which suggests to me I need to have specific setups for my followers for specific scenarios. Even though Yun Bear Skull is so good with the two-hander, he shouldn't be using a two-hander. Get him, lad. How can it be boring, dude? There's always more you can do. If you're bored, I suggest you try what I'm thinking of doing, which is a blacksmith raider type player, where you'd never ally with any of the factions. You just try, you know, use whatever stolen troops you can and level up blacksmithing, try to make money that way. Holy shit, that's a lot of Sea Raiders. What's the problem when you get overrun? Fighting more than one opponent is almost impossible.
We won!
Well, we killed 13 of the defenders, and that's probably most of them. How many days left on that? 6 days. Bloody Sea Raiders. You can? I didn't know that. How? Where do we get 270 flax from? Holy shit. Go to Smithy, click your pick. Whoa! Oh, that's cool. But none of the companions you can actually get even have any smithing skill, as far as I know. So I prefer to do the refining myself. Why would you want to break down wrought iron into... Well, it might be useful. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so you don't have to make yourself into the blacksmith. Interesting. Okay, I need to unlock pine javelin shaft. Let's show. Is that only what you've unlocked? Ooh, two-handed grip. Anyways, we can't do any actually crafting yet. Don't have the skill for it. I need hardwood and iron ore. The 31 is too much. 52 for pottery, that's nice and cheap. That's cheap too for silver ore. I do wish there was a way to heal up quicker. This is taking forever. Only 3 days. Okay, lads, good luck. What do we have? Bannerlord, Knight, Vanguard, Gallant. I can't wait to unlock more athletics because my god, we're so slow. Nerd. 13 of them, we can do that. At them, boys. Fucker. doing well. No one's died so far. I will need to replace the shield though. Ready lads, quickly. Hold up, boys. Hold up. Good, so I've got 2 shields now. Onward! Ow! Fucker. Can get him, boys. That shield. Okay, good. So we got 2 full hit point shields now. Where'd the lads go? There they are. Okay, that's one more. Looks like we're doing very well. We've only had one, only Theraflade has been knocked down.
Die, dog! You say you were not.
Get wrecked. Now this dude is always a bit of a challenge. He hits my shield once or twice and that shield just breaks. Get him, boys! Yeah! Well fought. Melchorses, nice. Northern Nasal Helm, I'm sure we can do better than that for someone. There you go, let's pack. How about the shields? Everyone got a Northern Raider shield. I think I'm going to use that small shield. Slows you down less, I think. Northern layered cloth. Eh. Harpoons are good. Bastard Sea Raiders. Oh, I'll sell my Manevlion. Oh no, there it is. There it is. Well, I can get the mission immediately to go to that hideout, but I need to heal up first. There's that big group. There's a group of like 40 looters we can run down. Oh, there they are. It'll be great XP for the lads. Surrender or die. I think I'm carrying too many troops. Caravan of Anahid the Wronged exceed gold. 16 gold from a caravan. Whoop-de-fucking do. I'm hoping that's gonna increase. I'm sure it will. Walker Blood Axe. What's he got? Nothing much. Blag Break Skull. Also nothing much. Garain the Red. Eh. Some standard fighting dudes. We need to go headhunt that guy that's got 60 tactics. Hatchet will break down. 2 of those veteran warriors' axes will break down. Break down one of those and one of those. Like one of each, basically. I can do better than those prices. 60, 100. $13.90, not bad. Okay, I've got 100 stamina. Eastern Flat Dagger Guard. Look at the smile on my face. It looks a little weird. So I think skill only 14. It's going to take a very long time. Arrival gang, no thanks. I think I can go now. We'll get some time to heal. Oh, what was that? Vlandians declared war on Pt9. Oh god. Okay, let's quickly hurry up and finish up the Sea Raider base and then go help with the fighting against the Pt9. What were we thinking declaring on the Pt9? Bear in mind, don't take that. Take that. Sword, shield, harpoons, let's roll. Champion, Vanguard, Bannerlord. Excellent. Actually, I'm wishing I had the bigger shield now if they're going to be throwing harpoons at me. 17 of the fuckers. Oh! That's scary.
Die, you bastard!
Stick with me, boys. Stick with me.
Good tonight. Will you come with me to Camelot?
Alright.
And
To the sub, man. Oh, where are we? There we are. Charge, boys. Shields up. Wait a second. Let me nick that shield. Onward. Ready, boys? Charge! This is the tough part. Hello? Man, we lost a bunch of lads though. I suppose we would in that fight. Let's see, give me a fresh shield. Good. We've still got 6 of our lads left. Doing alright. You might be able to do this bandit base first time. It'll be a first. These Sea Raider bases can be quite saucy. Come on, lads. Go. Jeez, only how many of us left? Should be more. Where's the rest of my... Oh, here they come. Doesn't matter, I'm sure they will all gather once the boss man fight starts. We've got this one last dude here on the beach. You're waiting for. Oh, there's one more. Oh, goodness me. Thought that was all of them. Don't tell me it's the one guy up the 2 levels. It's gonna take forever. Got him. There's like 4 of our lads are still up. This is a pretty even fight. Don't know if I should duel him or not. Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4 of my lads. It's a 4v4. I don't fight duels. Ow! Javelins to the face. Got him! God, I didn't walk there. Got around the side of the fight. Got around the side of the fight and was just chopping down.
The bastards!
Nicely done, boys. Nicely done. Cool. Now we got to go take on the Pt9s, which is a little scary. Small male choices. Bit of renown, bit of reputation. Excellent. All these missions we're doing for these villages are hopefully going to pay off in exactly this way, because look, you get to higher level troops. I know that a lot of guys who are playing the game have found that the doing of missions for villages is just a pain. Oh, Lucan got wrecked by these looters. So I wonder if that noble guy who had no troops has been captured by these guys. And if we free him now, we're going to get a little rep boost. Oh, look at the troops! What? I'm getting a little too heavy with cavalry. Take the infantry. I think the spearmen we can do without. Hardened crossbones, spearmen, Vlandian knight. That's amazing. Champion. Vanguard. Well, the Gallant becomes a better troop type, so take that instead. 68 plus 5. I gotta drop 1. Drop a crossbowman. Another crossbowman, a levy crossbowman. What is the cavalry count now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 15, 16, 20. 12, 17, 22. 4 is 10 is 13, 16, 23, 24. Okay, the balance is about right, I suppose. I don't want to turn down this vanguard, but footman, spearman, hardened crossbowman. Vlandian bowman. Okay, so the Vougier is actually higher. Where's that bowman? Yeah. What I need and want is more of these sergeants. It's already. Well, hopefully all these infantry will become sergeants. Bowmen, we have, and pikemen. How many do I need to withstand a cavalry charge is the question. Okay, we have a very expensive army at 470 a day. Level gang, thanks. Thanks. Look at the armor. I do feel like I need better armor for a couple of my people, but we don't have great armor options here in Vlandia. Ooh, Western mail shirt. 18,000. Holy shit. Leather scale armor. 18, 6 and 6. Or 2,000. The one that's 18, 6 and 6 is probably worth spending money on. You know, we're about to go to war with a major power. Hopefully we'll get our hands on some of their armor. Reinforced mail mittens, 28. Not even as good as these rough tide braces. I can't believe their armor is that good. I didn't want to do this. Fencing stolen goods. Okay, that's clearly a bug. I did duck yours. I played against Marden, his Kislev. And I beat him 2-0. But Marden's luck in my game was dreadful. He threw, I think, 15 more blocks than me. But I killed one guy, injured 3, and knocked out 4. He only got 1 injury and 2 knockouts. And by and large, Kislev have an armor advantage over vampires. Because he kept punching my thralls and couldn't injure them. But the thing is, Marden's in a position now where he has to rely on his bear to do almost anything. And then for the first half, the bear was pretty good. But then in the second half, it kept rolling thick skull. And of course, it doesn't have block. And he's trying to use his bear to knock down a blodge vampire. So obviously, he has to roll a POW. If he doesn't roll a POW, he has to re-roll. Re-roll on a piece that has loner, so it went predictably badly for him. Don't smelt that, that's good. Don't craft yet. We'll keep the wood. Okay, so we are now fighting against these lads. Let's get stuck in. See if we can't find somewhere we can help. With how many wounded troops? I want to try to be fighting out in the open if I can. Once again, I've forgotten to sell my bloody prisoners. That is unless the Sea Raider Chief wants to join us. The warriors will join, but not the Sea Raider Chief. Sturgeon, Druzhnik champion. Wow. If you can get that ability, playing as the Sturgians, where you can convert brigands into normal troops, that's really powerful. But actually we should check out, I think the Forest Bandits might actually be convertible into Vlandians. Stobbie. Whoosh. And that's cheap. Okay, no, unsurprisingly now. Okay. Can't carry that much flax. I played Matty Ray. I don't want to be mean to him, but I think he might be less experienced. Wow, look at these hides. We bought them for 41. We're selling them for 145. Silver ore, that's profit. Pottery, that's profit. Charcoal. Iron we can sell. Wrought iron. Man, these prices are amazing that they're offering us. Look at that! Cha-fucking-ching. Now I worry about setting up another caravan, especially when we've just declared on the bloody what are they called? Ridge-tipped arming sword. Yeah, like I mean, I spent 15,000 on a caravan, and look, the caravan is giving me a plus 11 gold. Like, whoop-de-fucking-do. I want to buy this flax. Have you got any mules? Steep half barding. That could actually be worth buying. 37 armor. That's super expensive, but hopefully that's going to help me in some of these big battles when I have to run around basically as a cavalry commander, stopping the horse getting wrecked so quickly. Because one of the more devastating things that happens to me in those big battles is you get knocked off your horse right behind enemy lines. And you quickly get chopped up. Well, it's funny you say that, like, from now on I'm going to stop selling weapons. I'm just going to dismantle them. What I want to know is, how do I know where the nobles are? Like, where are the lads pushing the offensive against these Pt9s? Oof, that's a lot of sea raiders. Should we fight them? I think not. Can we start fighting militia? I wonder. Oh god! Let's see if we can help. Vlandians taken prisoner. Looks like we lost that huge battle. Bunch of wounded, bunch of recruits. That's winnable. He's got Imperial archers. Oh yes, capture lords. I know that. I think we might do a spot of looting just to bring these lads out. Militia spearman, militia archer. The spearmen are a little bit of a concern. Troop types. That's mostly infantry. Archers and spearmen. We're not able to take on that castle yet, I don't think. Villagers, we won't just kill villagers. Let's see if we can get one of those noble groups to split off. Actually, why though? Let's have them come to us just by picking on a village. Spearman, military archer. Who's wounded? One of the knights is wounded. Well, it's funny you say that. Let's see. Merciful. She'll probably complain about that. Honest. Daring, generous, merciful, honest, daring, cruel. So let's take a look at the fight. How are we going to do this? They're all clumped up. I need to find the right angle for my cavalry. Might be to the left of that field there. Is there a road here? So the cavalry are going to charge down this road with me. Archers and infantry in this field.
Archers! Forward! Soldiers! Forward! Riders! After me!
Okay, so as usual, we'll just pick the right time to have our infantry close in on them. Less than 100, is this the right time? Infantry, shield wall. Infantry charge forward through the shield wall. Okay, cavalry, follow me. Let's try hit those archers with the cavalry. Infantry ought to close in.
Attack!
Whoa, damn, cavalry hitting the spearmen. That's not good. Nice. Getting him. I think that's them. With the Vouge, is he using his sword? He's using his Vouge. Only one death. Hey, Laderack, how's it, dude? Well done, boys. Oh yeah, we'll take all those prisoners. Oh! Ranger bow. That's not that great. It feels about the same, actually. So we are busy raiding. What is the raiding actually giving us? Nothing. How slow the raiding is. Silver ore, okay. I'm guessing particular skills make you better at raiding. Grain, whoopee, fucking do. So the thing is, Super, there's a bunch of things that hopefully will come to the game and, you know, be added to it. It's like overall, I can't even think of specifics, but what's exciting to me is how good the game is already. When it feels like it's only, you know, 40 or 60% of what it could be. Plundered silver ore, plundered silver ore. Highland Cape. Look at all that flax. Got a couple of archer lads. How does this ranger bow stack up? A longbow. A longbow is superior. So we're going to break down all these weapons. There's an oval shield. Yeah. Good raiding, lads. Successful bit of raiding. My lord, I wish to discuss with you. What is that village? I don't like it. Those farmers. They look like people of my people. I want to know what happened again. I'll consider. Not taking such actions. I'll think about it. I mean, after all, raiding, that wasn't that profitable now, was it? I'm going to leave one of each weapon so I can break them all down. Hopefully I'll get recipes. I'm thinking. Sell all of that. Sell all of that. Tournament. Let's celebrate our village raiding by joining a tournament. A mace.
Come on!
Brutal. I found the overhead chop to be the most effective. The face. Me versus. There's a 1v1 Elite Manevliaton, Caravan Master. Got him. Killed with a shield bash. What a beast. Me and Yunberg Skull versus Elite Manevliaton. We should have this. Oh, fake. Oh, 1v1. You know what? I'm putting my shield away. Fancy myself. Ow! I shouldn't fancy myself. Oh. 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 Too slow. Too slow. Whoa! I take it back. Oh, my shield. Ow! No!
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Well, I gave the crowd a good show, I think. Shit. Punctured Southern, what was that? Actually, if I hang on to my iron and wrought, oh, look at that iron, 180, 284. He's like crude iron we can get rid of. That hardwood will keep, charcoal will keep. Ah, where's everybody? Where's our king? Where is he? Kingdom of Vlandia. Leader is Earthet. Lost senior Furbeck. I Also, clan level is... How do you up your clan level? It's tied to your renown, I think. The more renown, the better. I kind of want to hang around the frontier here and see if we can't pick up any fights against the Pt9. Loot. We're not going to loot villages because that is disgraceful. And draw die. It just makes me think it's going to be so interesting when I start playing my raider only playthrough. I mean, when you play as a raider, the only way really you'll have to get more troops is from captured prisoners. And like, man, selling stuff is going to be hard because you can't just walk into a city. I don't want to fucking hate us. Awesome, up to 9 sergeants. Ooh, the bandit base, I'll take that. Maybe not right now though. I do actually enjoy these bandit base missions. What's this? Army of poachers, that always gets us a freaking fortune. I'm too exhausted. I'm exhausted. Falchion, keep the hatchet. Keep the dates. 46, I'll take that. Knightly arming sword, that is tempting. 73 cuts, it's longer as well. Swing speed is faster. Tis better in every respect. The swing speed of the short sword is bloody great though. That Spatha is really good. Anyway, we'll keep those, we'll break those down. Cavalry kite shield. Iron rimmed kite shield. Ooh, Western longbow, 11,000. It's crazy how expensive the crossbows are. And there's only one type of crossbow at the moment, there's no different tiers. Which I imagine they will change at some point. Hides, no. I can't resist doing an army of poachers mission. Quick and easy money. With the Empire playthrough, I realized that like the first 8 hours pretty much of the playthrough I hadn't used very effectively. And I wanted to put the lessons I'd learned from the Empire campaign into the Vlandian campaign, which I have. And now, as so often happens when I'm learning a game, I want to take the lessons I've taken from the Vlandian campaign and put it into something else. Itierberg around midnight. Where's Itierberg? There it is. Ooh, caravan plus 561. Now that's what I'm talking about. Rannoch. He's got. How dare you? What does he have? Volunteers, 10 volunteers. 21 woodrunners. What are Pt9 woodrunners? Ah, regular basic bitch. I think we can win this fight. Get him! Oh well, we failed the army of poachers because this Dick's cheese fucking showed up. I'm Stobbie. Who are you? You're at war. Surrender or die. Alright. So how many cavalry does he have? Couple. Who are those and what are they doing?
Follow
Everyone.
me!
What? Where? Oh, this is the village militia, just suiciding basically. Okay, fine. Idiots.
Archers!
Archers are there.
Infantry!
Infantry just behind them.
Move! Horse, follow me!
Cavalry, follow me. We'll wait for those other archers who ran to their death. Actually, no, let's not just let's not waste the advantage of their sacrifice.
Move!
Run
Archers,
forward.
Move!
Oh, almost decapitated him. Okay, fuck. Now what's going on with the rest of the battle? Let's see. Volunteers, militia, archer are all running forward and dying. Infantry, charge! Cavalry, charge! Oh, get javelin. Shit! Yeah, man. Well, yeah, number them anyway. Yeah, fighting as cavalry in the woods like that is not good. We lost 18. Oh, but it's mostly the militia. Idiots. The bowmen died, unsurprisingly. Our infantry took a bit of a beating. We shot those bastards! Shit. Okay, so we need to choose now who we're going to get rid of. All the low-level nerds, get rid of them. Fucking looters, mate. 45, I need to get rid of 4 more. Ooh, look at the horses. Need decent armor. Negative. Straight back to the nearest city to go ransom our prisoners, with the exception of the noble. We'll hang on to the noble all the while we fight this. Whoopsie. Should have chosen the ones. Okay, well that noble got off lucky. Those 3. Appreciate the thought, but I'm not taking new game suggestions. Not with this incredible game available. And hell, I think that the Battle Brothers DLC is just around the corner. So let's just keep swords. Everything else we can break down. Island Broadsword we'll keep. 101 cut, look at that. Swing speed 19. Should I not be using that? Nightly. No, I just spent all this money on this arming sword. That's really cool, so you can use it as a one-hander or a two-hander. But I'm guessing it's super slow if you use it as a one-hander. Oh, we'll try. What do we pay for the oil? I think we paid around that much for the oil. Doomed helmet, 32 armor, very nice. I've already got 40. Ah, cool. What else? 17. Boots. I think what I should do is just organize by value and then see. Look at that Asarai horse, 3,000 war horse. Wow. And then round shield is pretty good. 14, 6, and 4. That's very good. Take that. 14, 6, and 4. Oh, that's superior. Now, do I want to upgrade my shield? I think so. Yeah, cool looking shield. Nine and 0. I think everybody else has superior capes. Much superior capes. Barded axe, get rid of it. The boots, 16, get rid of it. 5 boots. 101 for sheep. A 1,000. Man, you can make so much money off of that shit. And then the rest of it. Take that dude down. I can't resist. He's mostly archers. Although, who's this dude? Eroniix. A third of his forces are all recruits. The other third is archers. We could even win that. Let's see if this other dude comes in to help him. Does not. Stobbie, who are you? Earl Miranda of the Brotherhood. Brotherhood of the Woods, a secret society based in the lands of the Vlandians. Just being a good friend with a dangerous enemy. Wow. Wouldn't it be great if you could get this guy as a follower? Morcon of the... He's taking my other lords as prisoner. You know we're at war, surrender or die. Bollocks, we're raiding fighting now. Let's see, my liege lord decided to declare on the Botanians right on our border. So that kind of forced us to do something.
Archers! Move! Footmen! Move! Cavalry, follow me!
Cavalry charge from the left flank. Hit their archers. That's a lot of cavalry. Hello, boys. Are they coming towards us? No, they're not. Okay. So then.
Forward!
Let's put our archers up on this little hillock.
Cavalry! Forward! Bowman! Move! Infantry! Forward!
I don't know if that's actually going to cause the infantry to take fire.
Make a shield wall! Infantry!
In any case, I want the infantry to push forward from here.
Move! Arrows! Move!
Look at them sitting up on the hillock. Crossbowmen are shooting. Jeez, I'm wounded. I better be careful. I'm just going to take a commanding type of role here.
Horse charge! Cavalry, stay close!
Just got to choose the right time for the cavalry to charge. Infantry, charge. Cavalry, move forward. Actually, I'm going to lead the cavalry behind them, and then the cavalry will charge from behind. Come on, cavalry. Looks like the sharpshooters are doing work.
Kill them all!
Cavalry charge. They're broken already. Oh, right in the back. Brought him down. No mercy, boys. You're my prisoner now. Take them all. We should be winning ourselves quite a bit of renown with all these actions. So this dude is attacking Etterborg. This makes me want to... I'm going to save and see if we can win this fight. Because then I get to save a friendly village and defeat one of our major enemies. He does outnumber us by quite a bit. But I mean, let's look at his numbers. 29 is Imperial recruits. The other 29 is Imperial archers. If my cavalry can hit his archers, this should be a pretty decisive victory for us. Stobbie of the Empire. Okay. Odds on your favor. You may fight us. No shame if you yield now. Actually, you should surrender. We fight. Let's hope we get a friendly battlefield. I want a nice, large, open field for my cavalry to do their thing.
Infantry!
No such luck.
Bowman! Forward!
Okay, so this is going to be all about getting my cavalry onto their archers. So the militia are just going to get themselves slaughtered because they're fucking idiots. I'm going to lead the cavalry around the back of those houses there.
Infantry! Form a shield wall!
Oh, I had access to
Infantry!
the battle map.
Arrows! Move! After me!
We just got to pick the right time to make everybody charge forward. Where are they?
Footmen! Archers! Move!
Ugh. I could dismount my cavalry, but that's going to negate my biggest advantage I have, if I can bring it to bear. His archers will tear us apart, but if I'm able to close in on his archers with my cavalry, then this should wrap up pretty quickly.
Soldiers! Archers!
Why aren't the archers firing? The archers should be firing. Okay. Cavalry charge forward. There's the archers at the back. Come on, cavalry, let's go around the back. Cavalry from behind.
Cavalry charge!
Get them, boys. I just have to stay safe. Oh, look at the cavalry closing on the archers. Epic. Get them, boys. Everyone, charge. Fill your boots, boys. Target-rich environment. Look at all the green. Yes! Okay, crossbowmen doing their thing as well. Oh, careful, boys. Literally just riding over the archers. No, boys. I'm pretty sure the last command I gave was everyone charge. Where's all my infantry? The pikemen and the Vulgars aren't doing very well. The crossbowmen are doing work though. Look at the kills. Sergeants have 13 kills. Look at the sharpshooters, 20 kills and counting. Boys, close in on the... There we go.
We can't stop them!
Haha! Well fought, boys. Kill them all to the last man. No survivors. We're at war. Yeah, I'm not. I suppose they felt like they had to change the factions a bit just to make things interesting. But I love the old factions. I feel like now there's less factions and they're all a bit muddled, which I don't like. The sharpshooter's got almost a third of all the kills. If that had been on open ground, I think we would have absolutely ruined them. With a bunch of Imperials. Claim all of them and then decide, oh good lord. Recruits we're not going to take. Archers, volunteers. Can you not sort them by their experience? You can only keep 25 of these. Okay, so then. Anyone who's not an elite troop, get rid of. Okay. 25. Well fought though, boys, well fought. But man, our infantry took a beating. The legionary is still around. Infantry. Wow, that 200 range, that sounds pretty scary. 40 pierce, that's pretty good. Scythe. Polon. Ooh, bronze feathered spanghelm over mail. What do you think? Ooh, we'll take that. It's basically a keepsake from this battle. Then what else? Oh, some lovely war horses, and then just some shitty armor. 14, 5, and 2. Man, I have to improve the armor on my lads. Terrible. Featherbound, height shield, and a bunch of junk. Should we? Villagers getting attacked by looters. We can't have that. Well, we're certainly doing whatever we can. How do I undo that? I don't need any of these looters. We're doing what we can to keep our empire safe. I'll tell you that much. Oh, there's a Vlandian in there. Get in, mate. We need you. Why won't he join? Is it because he's injured? One thing that occurs to me that would be fun from playing a brigand playthrough is that I wouldn't feel any... ooh, what's happening there? Selected party. Can't see the numbers. 83. Calradia. He's got a mix of a whole bunch of tough things to kill. Finnegan is the one who's kicking ass. Finnegan. Clan warriors for the most part. Veteran Falksman, that's pretty scary. We need to heal up. So isn't there a button for me to say everyone except the nobles? Okay, good. Just throw everything across. Noble. And that Vlandian Imperial. The Imperial Legionary I'm probably going to keep. Actually no. We are Vlandians. Proud Vlandians. I don't know which units are OP yet because I'm still going for like a balanced mixed setup. I've heard that archer heavy setups are incredibly powerful, but I assume that's because it's against the AI. If you're playing against another person, he'll just close in on your archers with his cavalry, and then you're going to have a bad time. Let's see, Eastern Ironbound Fine Leather Grip. So, I want to focus on swords. I'm assuming that when you break down weapons, if you break down a sword, you're more likely to get a sword blueprint. Fish will keep... Oh yeah, horse archers have always been OP. Just because of their mobility, they're impossible to lock down. Because of that, I find it kind of boring. Like, I mean, you just run circles around the enemy and fill them full of arrows. Yawn. 9,000! Holy shit! I can probably use that to pay for 2 caravans. 500 from that caravan. Awesome. But I have a funny feeling, because we're at war with our neighbors, my caravans will have to go through the neighbors' territory. So until this war is settled, I'm not going to hire more caravans. I don't know if that's the way it works for sure. I just assume it works that way. Who are you? Isilcred. Elise. Jinda. They are power hungry. We're going to teach them a fucking lesson, mate. Look at these war horses. Wow. Dash money. 44k. So we can pretty much buy any kind of armor we want now. At the top of the armor tree at that other city we saw this stuff, Northern Horberg. So I may as well buy 2 of them. Give them to Theraflade and Yoon. Full helm over, arming coif, don't even need that. Male cavalier boots, those are pretty cool. 1 extra point of armor. Gimme. Everyone else already has mail choices, so we can sell those. Okay, let's rest up, heal up, get back out there. Once our boys... Oh, actually, we need to do some recruiting. Good lord, we've lost a lot of our numbers. We had 70, we're back down to, what, 50? Jeez, like... Okay, so your stamina in the smithy recovers pretty damn quick, actually. We have loads of wrought iron. How much are they going to pay us for that? Not great. No, but we should be selling it at Oxhole. Oxhole always seems to offer incredible prices for crafting. Oh, we got some steel. 581 for steel. Awesome. I just got to find somewhere that's going to pay me for this flax that we're holding on to. Surgeon. How are we looking? Let's see. So 6, 7, 16, 18 cavalry. 1, 6, 7 is 8 is 9, 10. Only 11 infantry. We kind of need to do a little tour of the kingdom, recruiting more infantry. Rival gang, not interested in doing that. head over to Oxhall, hitting villages along the way. Oxhall. One awesome thing that I hardly realized about this map is that, look, it's summer, so look at where the ice is. When it's winter, the ice goes as far as these mountains here. Which is a pretty big, oh, 91 looters. This should be fun. Our crossbowmen are going to fill their boots on this fight. Where are these nerds? They're going to come over this ridge. Alright, so
Horsemen, move!
join me over there.
Bowmen, forward! Footmen, forward!
Actually, it's tempting to just charge in with my cavalry, but
Cavalry, form a wall!
can cavalry? Yep, they can put their shields
Infantry,
up.
shields up! Infantry! Move! Archers! Forward! Cavalry! Move!
I've got to say, our cavalry is pretty impressive.
Horse, follow me!
I'm going to see what these crossbowmen can do.
Infantry! Infantry! Give them hell!
Come on, cavalry, hit him from behind.
Right, attack!
Whoa, here we go.
Come on!
My infantry actually got overwhelmed there for a bit. Scum! Oh, brutal. No, they got away. We took surprising losses there. Infantry, sharpshooter. I suppose when the mobs just swarm you like that, that will happen. Looters aren't even worth taking prisoner. Interesting that if you auto-resolve against looters, they only ever wound, but they never kill anyone. So clearly the guys who made the game know that you're going to want to be auto-resolving against looters most of the time. I don't personally get combat XP, no, but most my troops do. And I think using auto-resolve actually counts towards your tactics skill. Oh, yes, please. Look at all these delicious looter fights. Surrender or die. The looters in the land of the Vlandians will not be tolerated. Shall we try dismounting
Dismount!
the cavalry? And then we're gonna Cavalry. Merge them with the infantry. And then infantry shields up.
Wall. Footmen, move!
This is not a great setup for us.
Infantry, move! Archers!
The archers seem to have a line of fire here, so we'll let the archers keep their line of fire. Infantry, maintain the shield wall.
Soldiers! Move!
Holy shit, that's a lot of brigands! Oh fuck! They run for themselves! Oh Christ! Oh Christ! The brigand swarm is defeating us. They're not even brigand, looter swarm. We've lost against. Oh no! Good lord, they just appeared over the horizon like, oh fuck! That was mostly the terrain, I think, that cost us that loss. You know what? You know what? I think this is going to be something that is going to help us understand our economics. So, now we have to start again with our troops, which obviously sucks. Yeah, we had mostly wounded, yeah. Dispersed and you're able to escape, nice. So, oh crap, that's an enemy guy, isn't it? Faction Scalded Bolivar. So let's see how long it takes and how difficult it is to rebuild our army. It's obviously going to be a pain in the ass, but it's by no means going to be impossible. Okay, so Speculand, trade. Any swords we'll hang on to, anything else we'll sell. I mean, the wounded obviously didn't help, but I still maintain if my crossbowmen had line of sight in that fight, things would have gone very differently. I think it was 86 against 28, which is almost 3-1 against us. But what I found is, even when you super outnumbered and you have a big archer advantage, by the time the lines meet, the enemy are so demoralized that it's pretty easy. So I suppose doing this is going to allow us to rejig the numbers. Yeah, Therafled wrong with whom we got to sightless limit. Okay, good. Oh, that's right. I gotta get my fucking followers back. Therafled, back to party. Ergil, not part of our party. Let's ask him if he's seen the other people. Stobbie, it's been a while. I must leave now. I also want to see if Therafled still has all of her items. She does. Good. We lost all our food. That's interesting. That. Just a bunch of oil. Lol. Okay, give us food. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 1. 5, 1. 5, 1. 4, 5. One thing is, we're not short on money, so that's good. We lost. We had a stack of 270 flax, and we lost it. Well, I mean, if you think numbers will get you to win, think of the Battle of Thermopylae or the Battle of the Hot Gates. We lost all our horses. Okay, now that is something I don't think of. That is utterly devastating. The loss of all the horses is devastating. Oof. It's taken us the entire campaign to amass all those horses. Shit. Well, good lesson learnt. Be more careful. Beat up on these looters. This is a good village for us. Vlandian crossbowmen. I'm not gonna stop trading. Wait, capacity exceeded. What am I doing? We'll sell those at the main city. I just keep forgetting that I've lost all my damn horses. I'm gonna have to take a loss on these olives, but fine. Let's attack some looters. Nothing ever goes wrong when you attack looters. Yeah, we have a load of cash and we have good money coming in. Look, we're in positive money coming in. I need to be respectful of those Sea Raiders though. The Sea Raiders are pretty terrifying. I've got 3 workshops and 1 caravan, although the caravan is making a huge amount of money. Crossbowmen or footmen? Should we just get our crossbowmen numbers back up first? Let's go for a 60-man team. So 20, 20, and 20. Even numbers of crossbow, infantry, and cavalry. We'll get the crossbows going first. 3 plus 9 is 12. Crossbowmen, 13. The problem with the Vlandian faction is you've only got 1 village that provides horses. So buying horses everywhere else is just super expensive. I would actually agree. I certainly prefer the crossbowmen, and also because they do much better damage against armored targets. The thing is that, like, in that swarm situation, if we had archers, we would have done better. Wait, what's going on there? Capacity exceeded. Wait, hang on to the horses. Keep the food. But if you think so far, all of the big battles we've done have been in a village setting, and that has not been good. I can pretty much tell you, if we had that fight on a big wide open field, where... oh, crikey. Bombard, he's gonna fuck us up. Derthert! King Derthert! King Derthert! Need some help with the problem? What do you need? 7 gallants. I can do that. I just so happen to know a village that will sell me gallants. Now, is he going to attack engaging Volmarand? If he does engage Volmarand, we'll help him, but I see we are too slow. Shit. Afrikaans, yeah. The appropriate curse word after losing a battle, or the curse phrase, would be "Ach, massa poes," which any Afrikaans people would know. Awana the healer. Where are all of my people in my clan? Pravend and Pravend. Let's head over to Pravend. Where's Pravend? There it is. It's cool that you can actually see where your people are going. Sumpters, we need the Sumpters for carrying capacity. Trotters for any horse that's under 200 will buy. We are that desperate for horses. I don't like seeing all these nobles of the Vlandians just chilling here in this part of the world. They should be out on the frontiers fighting. Look at the daily gold change. Plus 520. Caravan, excess gold, 525. That wine press has never made money for us. We should retool that wine press to something else. We'll stop by Galend and change it to something else. No. Back. Nope. Gallagher, he's rubbish. Yari, Coalbiter, he's pretty sick, this guy. Man, we just have a swarm of recruits at this point. Okay, so you are with the archers. You are with archers. They're fled. You are our infantry commander. You are there. We've lost all our cavalry. Oh, damn. Lycaron. Let's stop in at Yun. Breakskull to go Oxhall. Where's Lycaron? Oh Jesus, we lost Sycard. Shit. Why has she gone all the way there? Oh, right. God, we're so slow. Well, our numbers are almost back to where we need to be. Oh no, what's this? Selected of the... Oh god. Britannians have captured... Lost another big battle, looks like. Draw or die. Scum. No, it looks like we're losing the war. The Britannians are kicking our asses. At least money-wise, we're still in a pretty damn good spot. Let's get it back up. How many followers do I have? Traveling... Anna Hilt. I might just fire her. She's not that great. I want that other chick we saw at Pravend who had 200 skill. I don't think now's the time to be fighting in a tournament. Go. Well, there's a battle going on there at Oritain. Let's see if we can help. Nope. Aredweir. Scouts, a mix of troops. We really can't fight that. Icarid is going in with a bunch of recruits. No ways. Shit. Yeah, get Vickers. It's fucking prawns. But now, without horses, we really can't catch anything. It's getting quite cold, actually. We're definitely going into late autumn into winter. Okay, so Vlandian Gallants, you are with me. Recruits. We want to get 20 crossbowmen first. Yun Break Skull is also with the infantry. Actually, I think the spearmen. I don't know if we're going to keep spearmen. The spear guys didn't seem all that useful. Like, the idea behind the spears is that you need them as an anti-cavalry measure, but it feels like the crossbowmen, as long as you keep the cavalry off them and the cavalry are just milling around, the crossbowmen actually do more. 14, 15, 16 crossbow. 17, 18, 19, 20. And then just a bunch of footmen. And then these go to... Is it the spearmen that... No, it's the infantry that become cavalry. The Pt9 are kind of going crazy. They're taking over half the empire and... Okay. Vlandians shall not fall. Spearmen, crossbowmen. Okay, so I said I wanted to retool that wine press. Okay, plus 88. Now it's making much better money. See, you see what we're looking at right here? Look at this. 41,000 in reserve, but the main thing is that we're getting plus 676 every day. This is why I was so determined to leverage my trading so much. And before getting involved in the war and potentially losing my entire army, I wanted to secure my economy first, and this is exactly why. Because now when it comes time to have to rebuild, I'm not ruined financially. Vlandian Gallant. Should have got more than 2 of them. Oh, those are knights that I got. I got 2 Vlandians. So the thing is, it's made for a slower, more, well, boring, frankly, viewing experience. I have no doubt. I'm sure it's a lot more fun just watching people go berserk and kick everyone's ass. Anahid, you are fired. But Argoron, where the fuck is Argoron? I want all that gear back. Why is she going there? Okay, that's not too far, but it's too far for me to go fetch her. Fuck that. She's fired. So we've lost all the gear she's carrying, but I can replace her. I'm pretty sure there's a pretty badass fighter in here. who can be the new commander, a new infantry person. I think it's Yori Coalbiter. Yeah, look at that, 200 two-handed skill. But what I really want him for is the fact that he's got 150 melee skill. 1990. I don't need like a rogue particularly. Honest, daring, merciful. Have we got a rogue already in our party? I'm pretty sure we do. I think our scout has a roguery. I don't feel the need for a rogue. I just want another good fighter. Just because these people always get pulled into the fights of those the bases, the enemy bases. So having more badass fighters makes it better for us. I am going to have to spend quite a lot of money just to give him some decent armor. Just judging by his numbers, he's going to be better for infantry, but if I can maybe put him on a horse, let's take a look at what his skills are like. Yardley Coalbiter. So as a look at this. 5 troops in radius get XP whenever you take down an enemy. Mounted two-handed. Party renown after battles 10%. More than 100% speed. It feels like I should give him a two-handed sword and just leave him with the infantry. Because up to 5 troops in a 10-meter radius get 40% XP. So if he's in the middle of the crush and just killing enemies, that's going to help the people around him. What's he got athletics-wise? Bow and arrow for arrows. Endurance, hit points. Power kick, that's quite cool. If we put him on a horse, he's taken a throwing weapon and mounted archer skills, which I don't like. We'll give him a polearm. Morale to troops in formation. Combat movement speed. I might give him a polearm. Couched lance damage increased. Blocks against your polearm with a shield. Push back. No, I think I'd be silly to not leverage his two-handed ability when he's in a usual battle formation. But I still need a similar situation like this. A similar sort of setup, I mean. Oh, this is going to be so expensive, but I'm going to have to buy a whole bunch of shit for this dude. Yardley Coalbiter. Okay, what armor do we have? I'll happily spend, yeah, 493 is not, it's not go crazy on his armor. The woven leather, yeah, fine. Shoulder pieces? None. Boots. Male cavalier boots, those are cool. Oh yeah, the Vlandian armor is still just total dog shit. And I need some sort of two-handed weapon for him. I need the Vlandian lance. Wait, didn't we have... Oh, I think I gave that bastard sword. Okay, Highland Broadsword. That's the perfect thing to give to this new guy. Yardley. Swing speed is 99. Unfortunate because the description on the one skill was two-handed weapons with swing speed more than 100 get bonuses. Norse round shields, that's fine. And some throwing weapons. Not great armor, but it'll have to do. Knightly arming sword, not worth buying for him, I don't think. In fact, I'm pretty sure. Half mail and plate barding. 25,000, that's pretty cheap. For 48 horse armor, that's fucking amazing actually. But spending 25 grand on that now, I think would be crazy. Okay, it'll have to do for now. Look forward to seeing what he can do with his Highland broadsword. Welcome to the clan, Yardley. Yes, so we've got a quartermaster, a scout, a surgeon, an arm engineer, so he's nothing. Okay, Yardley, you are part of the infantry with Yun and Therafled. And just 5 of us now on cavalry, which is not the cavalry numbers I would want, but oh well, we're busy recovering. Okay. We need to work our way over to 7th so we can buy more horses, and I think Aramank actually lets you buy level 2 and 3 cavalry. We're still going to hit every village on the way back and see what we can recruit from them. Let's see, 69 troops is plenty, but 70 troops, just bear in mind most of them are recruits. Squire will take. There's another reason why I'm glad I spent so much time doing missions for the villagers, unlocking the higher levels troops. It's proven to be absolutely worth it. That needs garrison troops. What? I think he got captured and then that mission fails. Crossbows, we got enough. Olives for 16. So bollocks, I think what happened with the Vlandians is that their armour is in the game, but it's been coded to only be for multiplayer, so that needs to be fixed. And I understand it will be fixed at some point. Two-handed axe with wing speed. Great saber, swing speed. I need to find a two-handed weapon that has swing speed over 100. Leather laminar shoulders. And garments. Studded van braces. Much better. Added quiff. Okay, that'll have to do. Donkey Kong, how are you, mate? Man, this armor is not great on bodily. This is more what I'm talking about. Currently in the game, most of the best armor is all Imperial armor. Crossbow, the Vlandian crossbowman will take. We're going to fire as a swordsman. We've recovered pretty quickly, I think. This has been like 1 or 2 days. And we've still got loads of recruits, but we've got footmen, we've got the backbone. 4 hardened crossbowmen, 3 regular crossbowmen. It feels like being able to buy leveled troops from the villages is what's making the difference. What does he want done? Needs grain seeds. Oh, absolutely, I can do that for you. I agree, Donkey. I'm very, very unsure about these gun elements of the game. But as I said at the end of my last review this morning, I'm like, if it ends up sucking, I'll just do it like, I mean, think about it with the barbarians. For the most part, I just ignore the barbarians. They're just not worth fighting. And I worry that we might be in the same or similar situation with this new stuff. So let's shot. So we need grain seeds. The sheep, I can probably make a profit off of that. Grain. Needs 10. So we're probably going to make a loss money-wise, but for the reputation with that village, it's totally worth it. $20 units. Okay, sorry, I should have read the description. Bloody grain. Sold out? What? Well, never mind. Plenty of villages around here produce grain. Charmand. We have 18 grain, so let's take. We'll take 20. We'll leave 3. It'll do. Oh, yes, please. That's the wonderful thing about being so rich. Is the fact that like I'm losing money by buying a high level crossbowman, adding to my group, and then firing a lower level one. It's arguably a straight waste of money. But I make so much money anyway. So that has look that is worth it now. It's unlocked higher level recruits. So good. I don't worry too much about the grenades because, like, to me mechanically it's already in the game with the acid flasks and the holy water. It's really the same mechanic. But overall, exactly, Sparrow. I can only think because of balancing reasons. But I would love that because it would open up so many cool options. And I mean, all they have to do, it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, you already have Wolf Riders. So why wouldn't you? 16, so 3. We need to shed more units. 72 max, so I need to get rid of 1 more unit. Brute. Okay, so we want 20 range, which we've got. 20 cavalry, which we don't have. We only got 7, so cavalry and infantry is what we need now. Arrowmank, I really want to get these guys to like me more. If I can come straight here and just buy Vlandian knights, how amazing is that? Look at this! Cavalry and knights. That actually makes me think that it might be worth, when you start a campaign, you look at the villages, look at the top tier of their troops, and then decide to focus on those particular villages to get them to like you. No! Savintha's been raided! Our only source of horses. Are we going to have to buy horses at full price in the cities? Fuck, that's expensive. But I don't really have a choice. Whoa, wide-fullered, broad arming sword. Look at that. 84 cuts. DPS. It's a little slow, but that's a very nice sword. Oh shit, the Pt9s are fucking us up. Now, Yardley Coalbiter. Two weapons with more than 100 speed get higher speed and higher damage. But two-handed weapons with more than 100 speed are like quite rare. Yeah, those swing speeds are quite low. Sleeveless padded coat. That's not bad, but where do I buy more of these Northern Hauberks? I would imagine the Northern Hauberks would be bought in the Norselands. So it looks like that quest is bugged. Let's just save and load and see if that fixes it. Ready, Sparrow? Well, maybe the ones that are in those slots are random, but the fact that you unlock the highest slots doesn't seem to change. That is pretty clearly reputation bound. Why is he chasing in Curion's party? He's gonna get his fucking ass kicked. $238 of them. It's a lot of high-level nerds. Galtha. What's the king? The name of the king of Noble? Oh wait, faction leader. Oh, Vlandia. Derthert. Where is he? At Gelend. I just want to find the main army. The main Vlandian army and see if I can't help. Sargo. We lost a workshop. Didn't we have a workshop at Sargo? I see our caravan now, unsurprisingly, has been taken out. Gelend, Jaculan and Cheras we have workshops, which is the beauty of the workshops. Peric, they can... oh god. It seems like most of the Vlandian nobles are groups of 40 odd, with mostly recruits. Has the Vlandian military been completely crushed? Looks like it. See, look, gained a new skill point in tactics. It's now 48. Okay, so auto-resolving is absolutely one of the things that helps with tactics. Footmen on horses is only 0.391. Well, bollocks, you're not wrong, but the thing is, this fucking king now ruined the kingdom. Like, even if I take over, then I'm taking over a kingdom of ashes. These fucking guys are taking over the whole map. Ha! Never. We are proud Vlandians. We shall fight till the end. This is the village getting attacked. Let's go see if we can help. If that's the main army group, then we can't help. Eek. Villagers and looters. Like, I don't know where to go is the thing. More villagers. This guy of the Brotherhood we can... Oh, here we go. Trained warriors, volunteers. Let's wait for him to get out in the open and then we'll fight him. But with the main army so nearby. Should we fight a cavalry, a caravan? I think we can take on that caravan. The thing is, there's 27 cavalry there. I think we try. The thing with the cavalry that I struggle with is the fact that if they don't engage you, so especially when you're attacking a caravan, you very often have to go to them. Okay, I need to go feed my dog. He's sitting at my feet just crying. Okay, anyway, it's time. I need to stop this session. Okay, friends, thanks for watching. When we come back, I'm going to break for dinner, hour or two, and then we're going to keep fighting this war against the Pt9, see if we can't. At a minimum, I want to recover the lands we've lost. So recovering Saga and these villages is going to be mandatory for us. I don't know how, though. Okay, we'll try to figure it out.